The third decision in financial management is dividend decision. We have already done investment decision and financing decision. Now we are going to do dividend decision. What is dividend decision? Now, first question, what is dividend? Suppose you have earned profit of 100 crores. From that profit, one part of that profit will be given to shareholders as dividend. The part of profit which is given to shareholders is known as dividend. We will not keep all the profit with themselves, but companies have to distribute certain portion of the profit to shareholders as dividend, and a certain portion they will keep as retained earnings. These are their future savings for future retained earnings. So whatever amount we are going to give to the shareholders as dividend, we have to decide well in advance. This is an important decision through which we will decide that how much part of profit will be given to shareholders as dividend. So it refers to determination of how much part of the profit should be distributed among shareholders by way of dividend. A certain part of profit will be given to shareholders as dividend and certain part will be kept as reserve. So we have to take decision regarding how much we have to give dividend to shareholders, and this decision depends upon certain factors. First of all, we will think about the amount of earnings. How much we are earning? It depends. The dividend is paid out of present and reserved profits. Therefore, greater amount of total profit will ensure greater dividend. If the earnings are greater, dividend will be greater. If earnings are less, dividend will be less. It depends upon the amount of earnings. Second thing, we have to consider the stability of earnings. A company having stable earning is in a position to declare more dividends and vice versa. If you are having stable earnings, you can give more dividend. But if your earnings are fluctuating, then you should give stable dividend. Then stable dividend policy. You should try to give this much dividend that in case of losses, you can afford the dividend. If in case of losses, if any year, you will not give the dividend or you will give the dividend less, what will happen? The market value of your company will go down. So just to maintain the market value, to keep it secret that you have lost this year, you have to give certain dividend to shareholders, and that's why you have to follow the stability of dividend. You have to consider about the stability of the dividend. If dividend will be changed every year, if fluctuations will be there, if upward, then it's good. If it is downwards, then the market value of the company will be hampered. So you have to think about the earnings, how much you are earning. You have to think about the stability of earning. Ki regular earning, what is your regular earning, average earning. Then you have to think about the stability of dividend also. If you will give more dividend some years and less dividend other years, then your company's image will be down. Market value of shares will be down. Then you have to consider about the growth opportunities. If you are having a growth proposal, that if you will invest rupees 50 crore in second proposal project, and from there you can earn heavy profits, then you have to consider ki how much we have to keep it and how much we have to give. Then in that case, if you are having growth opportunities, you will try to retain more earnings and you will try to give less dividend. That depends upon the growth opportunities also. Then you will consider about the cash flow position. If your cash flow position is good, means cash inflow and outflow both are good, and you are able enough to give dividend, you can give. But if in spite of having good profits, sometime it happens that the cash inflow of the company is less, in that case you will give dividend less. So dividend is a part of profit which we have to give to shareholders, and we have to decide well in advance, and this decision is known as dividend decision. And we take dividend decision on the basis of certain factors that depends upon the amount of earnings, stability of dividend, growth opportunities, cash flow position, and certain other factors also. Then you will consider about the shareholders preference. Ki what is the preference of shareholders, what they want. If they want more profit, then you have to give them dividend. If they want that future profit should be more, they try to cooperate with you. If you are going to follow any growth opportunity you want to grab, if they are cooperating you, then you can give less dividend. That depends upon the preference of shareholders also. Then bache, you will consider about the tax policy. If tax is more, then you will declare less dividend, because more will go to the pockets of government. If taxes are less, you can declare higher dividend, that will go to the pocket of shareholder. Then stock market reactions, share market reactions we have to see. If our company's image is good enough, if we will declare less dividend in a year, it will not harm the image of the company, then we can go. But if the share market condition is not favorable to the company, then we will give dividend. We have to give dividend either from the reserve capital also. Then legal constraints, we have to follow certain legal limitations. The dividend policy of a company should also remain confined with the limits, within the limits of prescribed by law. We have to follow the law also. And last but contractual constraints. When a company receives finance in the form of debt, the debt provider can put a ban on the companies to give any loan. So you have to go through the contractual limitations also. This is your dividend decision.